Welcome to the Sacred Success Summit, where you access the secrets to sacred success and become even more of the goddess you've always known you were. Ranchelle Van Bryce is a dynamic force dedicated to helping women live their purpose and manifest success in all life facets, from professional achievements to creating a new relationship with their business. As a business intuitive, sacred commerce coach, author, and host of a podcast TV show, she excels in illuminating each woman's unique potential. Co-creator of this summit, Ranchelle is eager to introduce another inspirational guest. Take it away, Ranchelle.
Oh, exciting to be here. Samantha, Candace, and I always tease each other. We're like, I have the best guest. And then Samantha will say, I have the best guest. Candace will say, I have the best guest. So we all have the best guests. Thank you so much for being here, Rosemary. Appreciate you being here. Right? And the energy that you bring to us. And so I always love to just like dive in and get going, because there's always amazing information that people have to share with us. It's more, actually, that's not information, it's transformational. And so let's hold space for that as I have the honor to introduce Rosemary. So Rosemary is the owner of Second Nature Healing. She's a licensed spiritual healer, author, shaman, Reiki, and certified vibrational sound master teacher and medicinal aromatherapist. Anyone want to go have coffee with Rosemary other than me?
All of that.
I'm like, I want to spend some time with you. Mm-hmm. Rosemary offers solutions for personal detoxification and ancient wisdom for the modern world, reminding us how to heal all wounds, manifest freedom, I'll have some of that, abundance, and joy. As a natural teacher and psychic intuitive, Rosemary helps to awaken the healer within all of us, to incorporate healing wisdom for stress release and personal growth into our lives. And Rosemary is going to be talking about from fear to free, how to activate your healing system. And does anybody else have like goosebumps just like everything is kind of on.
I have goosebumps.
I do have goosebumps. Yes. And so, yes, so please share with us your story about where you started or somewhere in that journey, and to, how did you come and provide like such transformation for us here today?
We are all on a journey. First of all, thank you, Ranchelle. We're all on a journey, and every bit of it matters. So when people ask me that, it's almost like, when did you start? Well, I started before I was born.
Right.
I started in all those other lifetimes when I was doing the same thing that I am doing now. And so I am here on planet Earth now to help people remember who they are, remember their power to heal. And I think that this has been washed out of us in so many ways by all of the belief systems that are in place, the educational system, the medical system, all of the systems that are in place. And so when did I start? I started with, if you want to talk about start, let's pick something in the human timeline from I call it the human pea brain timeline. It started with my dog. Because the fear that happened before that, when they basically killed my mother, when she had, all of the medical treatments for breast cancer, for everything that they did to her back in 1980. And it was all wrong. And she had so much hope in her. It was just heartbreaking to be with her. Flying halfway around the world to be with her, because I was living in South Korea at the time. Yeah. Just to be with her those last months and see that she was hopeful, but it was not working. It wasn't working. And there was a moment when she took back her power, when she said, I don't want any more chemo. I don't want this
Yeah.
anymore. And then she started to get better. She started to heal. But, by then it was, ugh. And how many can relate to this? How many have a mother, a sister, someone in their life that they've walked that path with them and
Yeah.
wish they had something else, wish they had a different way of being, instead of succumbing to the belief that somebody's going to fix you. No, no, no. You
Yeah.
got to fix you. And you have an amazing body that can heal. So move along a few years, got the kids, got the dog, and we did everything the vet said,
Mm-hmm.
all the vaccinations, the premium dog food, kibble crap, I call it, all of the treatments, everything that they said to do, we did. And that was all wrong. We made so many mistakes.
Yeah.
And the truth is, everybody does, because we believe that this is right. This is how we have to do it. So was it a surprise that she got diabetes? No. But
Yeah.
by then, after teaching biology for many years and after kind of getting a feel for how things work, I I felt in my heart that we could reverse that we could heal her
Mm-hmm.
from
Yeah.
diabetes. So she was the one. She was my greatest teacher.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that story. I have similar stories, a dog that passed away a year and a half ago that belongs to Rob, my partner, and his son Leo, right? And when he was diagnosed with cancer, then the turnaround was Ranchelle, like what kind of, and we laugh at my woohoo, what kind of woohoo, right? And so can so I think, well, I think tapping in, I think we did this and this. And then having really cool, we have an oncologist veterinarian in close to where we live. And Rob knows her, and he phoned her and said, like, they've told us he has like a week to live. And she said, well, I mean, you can extend it a little bit. Who knows, a miracle can happen. And here's what you need. And it was all the things that I had said, well, we could do this and we could do this. And I had all of it at the house already because, right, I've been taking in that. And so unfortunately he passed, but it's along the lines, right, if we place so much trust in different other areas. And so I'm really excited to hear you share with us some of your wisdom and your paradigm shifts. And so why don't you start with one?
Well, I want to reflect on something you said.
Yeah, please do.
You said we had all of this at home.
Yeah.
And I love that, because everybody should have what they need in their home before something happens,
Right.
before there's a diagnosis. You have to be prepared. You have to be doing prevention. This
Yeah.
is really my goal in
Mhm.
helping people is, let me teach you, let me show you, let me um, educate, inform, show
Yeah.
that there are things you can have in your home that are way more powerful
I
than
love that.
anything else out there. And you've got it, and nature has given it to you.
Right. Love that.
So,
Yeah. So
yeah.
that being said, yeah, please share.
Okay. So people will tell you that regular screenings and testing is the best way to prevent disease.
Anybody
Get
hear that?
that?
All the time, all the time. You should go for a mammogram. You should do this. You should do that. And you're saying, that's wrong.
Oh
So,
my gosh, that is so wrong, because that's fear-based.
mhm,
That is a search and destroy mission, because they want you to come and get screening so that, and let's say some of the words they say, so that they can catch it early, right?
yeah,
In other words, you've already got it.
yeah.
You didn't
Mm,
prevent it, you've got it. They're looking for it so that they can plug you into a program so that they can fix it.
mm. So it's the subtle nuance of the verbiage of to catch it early then because we're such powerful manifestors, it plants at an unconscious level. That's what you're saying, that seed of there's something to catch.
That is an exponential increase to what I just said. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because, and I'll give you a personal example, because my mother had cancer, and this is what my doctor told me, because your mother had cancer, you are at risk. And so I want you to have a mammogram every year.
Yeah.
I was only 35 years old. He wanted me to have one every year.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Why? Because was I at risk? Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Right.
Well, that's part of my second paradigm. But the truth is, on these regular screenings and testing, that's not the only thing that they call prevention. I
Mhm.
nearly fell out of my chair one time when I was at a lecture with a prominent cardiologist in our area, and
Mhm.
his words were this: the best way to prevent heart disease is to get on this medication.
Right. Yeah.
Wait a minute. What about eating right? What about exercising? What about all the things that I'm
Oh,
going to share
thanks.
with you?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me, Ranchelle. It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Someone was saying, I was told about preventing cervical cancer. They wanted her to go to for a colposcopy every 6 months. Right. And so, and it's, we're certainly in, I think, in a transitioning stage right now where people are really willing to wanting to embrace more of a, what would they call it, a natural way, more of, what do we have, the things we should have on hand, as an example.
What else is there? What else is there rather than the search and destroy mission?
Yeah. And that subtle language is so important, right? Because when you think about that, yeah, the medical system, grateful to have it. My mom has 2 artificial valves, right? I'm grateful. And there's parts of it too that I even experience now with my parents. It's like that, that makes no sense to me at all.
Mhm.
And knowing that there is a different way, I would say, a better way in the sense of in terms of discernment, not in terms of judgment. And so, so as you've had these experiences and you're going through and you're talking about this, like this shift, this paradigm, um, what else would you like to share with us? I know we have 3 that you're going to share. So what's number 2?
Oh, people, and I mentioned this earlier, people will tell you your family history determines your risk of disease. Like with my mother, oh, you are at high risk.
Yeah.
And in fact, people have celebrities. Celebrities have had preventative mastectomies.
Right.
Right? You
Yeah.
could probably name a few. And I know a few others who have had preventative mastectomies because they've got a gene for it.
Yeah.
And so they're scared because they've got the gene.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody has read anything by Dr. Bruce Lipton,
Right.
The Biology of Belief, he says it's really not about the genes.
Right.
It's epigenetics. It's everything in the environment that nurtures or stresses the cells, which nurtures or stresses the body, the physical, the emotional, the spiritual body. It's epigenetics. It's not, do you have the gene or not? It's what's going to trigger the gene. So
Mm,
processed foods,
yeah.
stress, heavy metals. Let me ask, does anybody have those mercury fillings? They call them amalgam fillings. They're silver color. They are more than 50% mercury. Does anybody have any of those?
Did up until about 2 years ago. I got them all pulled. I have one left and I got to pull the tooth. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? You have no idea
From
what
childhood.
from childhood. Yeah.
I'm 70.
Yeah.
I'm 70 years old. So when I started going to school, and I had some of those amalgam fillings, and I had more of those amalgam fillings. And I actually remember not being able to hold a thought.
Yeah.
I was put into a remedial reading program because I couldn't read.
Yeah.
Why? I'm just kind of wondering, did it have anything to do with what they were doing in my mouth at the time?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. And
Wow.
it's and, you know, and it's one of the things I love about our summits is we talk about the things that no one talks about, right? So
Mhm.
Virio's here in the audience. We have this great talk around sex. We're with you today talking about perhaps maybe that's not the best option. And for some people it is. For those listening, right, you have a sense of that what's happening is a little bit broken and we have other options. And so we're talking about like, you know, processed foods, we're talking about, right, our fillings, we're talking about, you haven't talked about that, but you know, water, like the things that are put in water and how that, you know, how that affects us. And like all of like the whole, like it affects our mind, it affects our brain, it affects our emotional body, our spiritual body, our physical body. And we're not even in awareness truly of the toxicity of it until you start to do some investigating, until you start to like open up Pandora's box, right? And having that. And so what would you share with someone here? You know, we have about 9 minutes left, so I know we have to talk faster, but what would you before someone opens a Pandora's box, Rosemary, because I can sense that there's people on here who this is new for them. This is new information, and there's a little bit of fear because they're like, "What do you mean? I have fillings that are toxic." And so, what advice would you give to someone who's about to venture into this world and open? Because I do think it's, you know, not to be scared Pandora's box, but it's certainly a Pandora's box.
Fear the poison, not the solution.
Love that.
I would fear the poison. So what are the poisons? Well, have you seen chemtrails in your sky?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you drinking tap water? Well, maybe you should filter that. So awareness, first become aware, educate
Mhm.
yourself. Environmental Working Group is a wonderful resource. There are many books on toxicity.
Yeah.
I actually have, as part of my free gift, the personal toxicity test where people can receive an email series and learn about toxicity. There are many resources in there. So become aware,
Mhm.
avoid what you can, and remove as much as possible, actively remove those toxins. You said you got those mercury fillings taken out. Well, that's part of it.
Yeah.
You also want to get it out of your brain and out of your joints and out of your fatty tissue. You want to
Yeah.
get it out of your body because
Yeah.
it's there.
It's there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely love that. So thank you so much, Shauna. She's dropping. So here's the link, which is great for the free gift.
Okay.
And before we go to the next shift, let's talk about for those who upgrade to the VIP. So if you haven't yet, you know, please do. And Rosemary, what's your VIP gift?
So I have about 20 years of experiences, wisdom, writing, audios, videos that I've put into a course called The Natural Healing Way.
Hmm.
And so it shows people perhaps something that they haven't discovered yet. I would like to be part of that discovery team for
Yeah.
people that as they raise their awareness, they say, oh, you mean I can do this? Oh, I can pull out heavy metals this way. It's easy. Yeah, I can do it myself. Yes, I want to support you in that. So the natural healing way, and actually, even though it does exist online right now, I feel like I'm being called to add more to it. So don't be surprised if you sign up for that VIP gift that there's going to be more added.
Yeah.
It's just
Love.
how I do it. I just do.
Right. I know. I get that. I get that totally. And so absolutely, again, worth it. And um, a key point for me, and then we'll go into the third shift. The key point for me, what I heard from you was a natural way so we'll use it to detoxify, a natural way, and for me to do it like on my own. So I don't, so, I know there's like things like infrared machines and things like that, but there's also some really simple things that you can do at home, isn't there?
Yeah.
That won't be like a $5,000 investment.
Oh God, no. Oh no. And these are gifts of nature. So totally, so absolutely effective, 100% effective, science-backed natural gifts of nature that have Earth's detoxifier. We just have a way to get Earth's detoxifier into our body, and then wow, amazing.
I
So
love that. I
pretty,
love that. Thank you. So for those of you who can go into the chat, grab her free gift right now. I'm telling you, I'm grabbing everyone's gift now. So at the end of the day, I can go in and sign up for everyone's gifts. So we've got some amazing gifts. So thank you so much. So our third paradigm, please,
well,
in our last 3 minutes.
people will tell you that there's no hope, no cure, no treatment for your diagnosis, especially if you don't follow common medical map of chemotherapy, lifelong medication, surgery, radiation, and so forth. Doctors are pretty good at giving you no hope because they run out of solutions. They're trained a certain way. They don't know anything about nutrition. They don't know anything about stress relief. They don't know anything about all the things these speakers are talking about. They haven't been trained, and they haven't been trained in what I know either. And so if a person has no hope, it's because they've been given that. They've been given a belief that there is no hope. Well, guess what? My dog had no hope when her spleen ruptured, and they gave us a death sentence of 16 days. I said, no, thank you. And we got to keep our dog cancer-free, arthritis-free, diabetes-free.
Amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't make those medical claims, but there is hope. There is a belief.
There is, yeah. And hope is so important, right? When I know that different diagnoses have happened with different family members and pets that we've had. And when you can be connected to someone like Rosemary and connected to her wisdom and her knowledge, you can have hope, you can create hope, you can be hopeful because there are some natural solutions. So 1 minute left, Rosemary, putting you on the spot. What would be one piece of wisdom that you can leave us with, please?
I would say trust. Trust that your body is a miracle, that you already know how to heal. You just have to support the healing mechanisms in the body. And that's what I teach in that course.
Love that. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Yeah, as people grabbed your, if you grab I grabbed the gift right away, please do. And again, you'll find that each speaker that we have that brings a VIP gift, the gift itself is well above the investment of $97 that the VIP ticket is. And so please do that. And of course, we were talking about our donate to Haiti, please. And we're so excited to be doing all of that. Thank you so much, everyone. So much appreciate you. Thank you, team. And I'll see you on the other side.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us for another amazing session on the Sacred Success Summit. For more information or to apply to be a speaker at one of our upcoming events, email our team at breakthrough@clarityconfidenceconnection.com. Now, tune in to another transformational speaker.